Just a little continuation from the shot I was spouting earlier. Here's what I think. It's not what I think, it's what I know at this point, really. There are no satellites in the sky. The whole space program is a ruse. There's reasons to do that. It, it's a new metaphysics of sorts, and it secularizes. You say there is an infinite expanding universe, even though it doesn't appear that way by any means. And early in the 20th century, when Edwin Hubble was suggesting these things, Einstein was like, man, I don't know, I'm not sure about that. Hubble telescope, we got a telescope. I know, it's pretty far out there, right? Sure. Well, they're colorful photos, aren't they? Right. That's the real attraction. But you can't tell me a cluster of tellies on terra firma can't get a better picture on a clear night. It's a ruse, man. It's a ruse. And I suggest that people try to research it. You can't really research it because you can't compete with the information out there. If I'm telling you there's no satellites in the sky and there never was a true space program, it started with Sputnik. It started with Orson Welles and that little scare, and then the Sputnik scare, and there's something calming about that, the idea of eyes in the sky. And they got zoom lenses apparently because they can go from the lowest Earth orbit, they say, is 99 miles. That's quite a zoom lens you got there, brothers. Quite a zoom lens. I'm telling you, that's bogus. We have towers, and we get cell signal. Sorry, I had to turn that off. We have towers, we get cell signals. You know that because if you go down to the south of the hemisphere, we guess, I mean, who can know really? We don't have an actual picture from space of the Earth. They don't get it. They don't get the cell signals in most of like Africa, for example, or satellite signals. They just don't get it. And you gotta ask yourself why. I'm telling you, that's false, man. It's pure falsity. It's nice. It's a nice thought. It makes us seem real small, inconsequential. Has a diminishing capacity about it. But to define something, very important. So you have to think about it no more. So that's number one. All crap. And it'll tell you who your allies are too if you look who's in that satellite program. It'll give you a good indication. Knowing it's false. I'm telling you, there's no real indication that dinosaurs existed. The first fossils, though they'll tell you different now, were actually not discovered until after Darwin. Darwin had it so wrong. It's pathetic. I mean, we try to explain things with genetic drift and chance accidents, a whole theory built on beaks. Is what I read from the origin of species. And that may work, but that's no indication. Ask me how a wing is even suggested. Why should anything fly? Why should anything walk on land? How many generations does it take to get a wing there? A turkey or a chicken would probably say not enough. But I'm just saying, it's not an obvious thing. And it's certainly something that we're unable to duplicate. And dinosaurs. They followed closely upon that book, Origin of Species. Which, to be honest, Lamarck came before Darwin, had it closer. I ain't buying it, man. I ain't buying it. First of all, the way these animals are crafted are just not the way things are crafted. I don't know. A T-Rex looks like a damn kangaroo to me. It certainly couldn't be walking around that way. It's in a pretty bad position with those little arms. I mean, the whole Jurassic myth. I'm telling you, it's a myth. Carbon dating. Question it. Take Walt Whitman's dictum. Question everything. I mean, don't question to absurdity. And many people will think me denying that is a total absurdity. I believe Barney exists. It's about how tangible and real I feel the dinosaurs are. And it would help to have something like that in there. Again, it's a secularizing influence. Born from Francis Bacon's idea that we need to mechanize this world. Secularize this world. I'm not religious. I'm just saying the thing becomes cheap. And there are reasons to espouse myths like this. I'm telling you, imagine a world. Imagine a life. No space program. All that shit's fine. There were no dinosaurs. We don't really know exactly how all this shit came about. I mean, we are a created creature, and we can say, well, we owe it to our mom or dad. And they can say, well, they owe it to their mom and dad. We can play this game all the way to the beginning, which we don't know anything about. I'm telling you, I find that bogus. DNA? I don't know, man. You telling me used to be fingerprints. It's just evidence. Evidence convicts people. As far as blood, there's different types. As far as saliva, it's spit. You're gonna find some things in there, but you're not gonna find, a magic thing that defines you. They've been trying to find a common human genome, and they've got a library of books over just that. I'm telling you, it's false. And then the last thing I'm saying is 9/11. You take a few flight lessons, and then think of all of what you would need to do to make something like that happen. It's a good damn thing no one survived, right? Probably pretty important as well. 3 non-pilots, dead reckoning from 2 and 3 states over. That includes not having the coordinates to these places and not having the altitude. And yet all 3 of them that made it to their places made it damn perfect. Perfect shots every time. According to these people that taught them what they taught them, they couldn't fly a simple plane. And yet they're able to do this. I don't know, man. Maybe it's possible. But why would somebody do something like that? Well, I don't know. You think the president runs this place? It's tending toward a brave new world. There's problems with it. But if you see a clash of culture, or if you see a problem, sometimes it might be beneficial to do something like that, a shock and all, to confront that problem. Because this war's not going away now. Before then, what did any of us know about any of these people? What fear did any of us have about any of these people? Remember, they're living on land that was bartered by traders of theirs during World War I. They're not nationalistic. We need to teach them to be nationalistic. etc., etc. I've thought, I've wrestled with these things. They've made me crazy. And I may very well be crazy, I guess. I don't know. But I know I'm right. I know these things are false. But the story's written. And there may be a small number of us out there, but really we're just fringe loons as far as anybody's concerned. And I guess I'm fine with that. You know, I keep thinking I could write a book. Maybe I could say these things and explain these things in a way that, in a book form, with metaphorical thing, maybe a science fiction novel that gave people a better indication of what they're doing and the reasons why they would do such things. Yeah, I'm fine with it. It doesn't really have much to do with what I'm talking about. I question autoimmune deficiency disorder. It seems very much like something that might have been introduced into the population. Very targeted. Blacks and homosexual people. Pretty good virus. Some people. Say it was started by a black person fucking a monkey. That's great. How would you feel if it was white people doing such a thing? I believe people do these things. There is a dark element to all this we don't want to confront. Confronting our own demons is often more than enough. And I mean, listen, that television set is a kiddie pool. I mean, it is shallow water, and there is no danger to be found there. But they do, you know, whatever. It's trifling, but I just wanted to kind of outline the things I feel I know, and what I know that can't be known. You can't make this into a stupid place, because it wasn't, and it isn't. And you can't write a false story to make a good show. It's either lies or it's not. And that's no way to direct a new world, you know. But it's already been written. And I do want people to know that I know that it can't be changed. The opinion's been won. And they throw that in the mind at such an early age. I mean, look, y'all believed in Santa Claus at one time too, you know. It's just not a good thing. And it's a sad thing, and I just kind of wanted to outline what I'm trying to say. What I feel, and what I know to be right. Crazy though I may be.